sometimes you just need a good old classic curry. And what I'm gonna do tonight is a Rogan Josh. And I'm not gonna mess around with this because this is a classic that goes back hundreds of years. It was introduced to Indian kitchens by the Persians. Rogan is like the Persian for oil. Josh is like the word for heat or boiling, or you know what I really prefer? Passionate. So what we've got is essentially hot passion that's going on in the pan. Little bit of just vegetable oil. And the reason that I'm using vegetable oil here is because, like the dish says, this is Rogan, this is oil. Josh, it's got to get to a boiling point, a heat point. Into our pan goes our onions. I love that first kind of hit in the pan. It just sounds happy. The chemistry between these ingredients, heat, oil, salt, all of that stuff, that just creates and turns wonderfully humble ingredients in something that's truly delicious. Now, there are all sorts of old wives' tales about, how do you stop yourself from crying when you chop onions? Stick a spoon in your mouth, I don't know, do a jig, do a dance, all of that stuff. I found nothing that actually stops onions from affecting my eyes. So guys, if you know something, if you've got a really great hack or tip, then let me know in the comments. And of course, as ever, you're able to find the full recipe below. And here's the thing, if you love what we're doing, you've got to share the love, right? And you've got to subscribe and you've got to share these dishes and these recipe links too. So here we go, in with just 1 tablespoon of ginger and garlic paste. Now that's great because, boom, I can smell all of that ginger and garlic and the jamminess of the onions hitting my nostrils, and that's kind of what we're looking for. Now, I have a little bit of cardamom. Crushed green cardamom pods. I'm going to add just about half a teaspoon. Then I go in with turmeric. Cinnamon as well. Cinnamon's a really interesting kind of spice because you get natural sweetness, but a woodiness as well. Kind of plays with the senses a little bit. I'm going to go in with about a teaspoon of cinnamon. Added to that, ground coriander. Yes, ground cumin. Like I say, these are all the woody notes. These are the base notes. And then the king of them all, the big daddy, that is garam masala. Now I did say that this is like a hot, passionate dish. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of chili powder. It's like 1 teaspoon dried red chili powder. 2, and then just a little bit more. Martin, look, this is Rogan Josh. This is hot, it's passionate, it's intense. That's what we're doing. You're gonna love this. You're gonna love this. I'll tell you why. Because there is some heat, but it's not gonna beat you up. This isn't a Mike Tyson kind of curry. All right, it's a silk boxing glove. That's what we're using. Right, okay, so what we need is now, I don't want the spices to burn, so I'm gonna pour in a little bit of water, because what we're doing is make a lovely paste. You just get kind of, it's an intense assault on the senses with all of those spices coming through. Oh my goodness, this looks and smells so great. Okay, into the pan. Tin of chopped tomatoes. Couple of tablespoons of tomato puree, because it gives us more depth to the dish. We get also a little bit of sweetness as well. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little more water as well, because this is going to cook down till we've got a lovely kind of gravy. Then we're going to add our chicken. Just let it kind of simmer away on its own for about sort of 5 to 8 minutes. Oh, that sauce. Pat, you've got to come and have a look at this. This is looking incredible. So what we've got is we've got all the little spice kind of pools, all of that spice oil coming up to the surface. And that is how I know it's ready for my chicken thigh. And all of that slightly darker meat tastes amazing when you're cooking with the curry. Now here's the other thing. Now sometimes people say, well, why didn't you put the chicken in earlier? Shouldn't you be poaching it in there? No, because what I want is a really luscious, deep kind of gravy and sauce that's going to seep into all of our chicken thigh. And also the other thing about chicken thigh is that you've got all of those lovely little crevices that you don't get with chicken breast. Chicken breast is amazing in some dishes, but it can be like Fort Knox when it comes to cooking a stew or cooking a curry. You want all of that sauce to get into all of those kind of nooks and crevices of a chicken thigh. I'm going to cover that with a lid. That's going to cook for about 15 or so minutes. And if it's drying out a little bit, we always add just a touch of water, because that then just keeps everything fluid and loose. Moment of truth. Our chicken Rogan Josh. Oh yeah, that looks fabulous. Just serve this up. A little bit of rice, blob of yogurt on the side, and that's it.